Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, usually.
What I would do first, start off with the days that he's not at work. Start getting really good on the advanced plan for that. So start off with that. So at least the 4 days at the house, he's doing the right things. Then when he does a night shift like that, and he's sleeping through the day, because I get it, Shanna's sisters, actually Shanna's whole side of the family are nurses basically. So it's just, the shifts get crazy sometimes. What I would do when you're up there, when you're working, depending on when he sleeps, when he wakes up, as soon as he wakes up, treat that as his breakfast.
Okay.
Have him do, as far as doing his breakfast at that point. And then I'm sure he gets a little time for lunch during it. Does he choose just not to do a lunch? Does he get a break?
He will not eat.
Okay.
He just refuses to eat.
Well,
haven't got him.
I tell you what I would do. I would actually do the protein, the perfect protein. Make him a shake. Have him put it in ice in a little cooler. Take that with him so he can actually have that as a snack. Maybe do 2 of them. Have him so he has something in his body. He's getting good nutrition while he's always on call or on shift. And then as soon as he gets home, he can actually have his dinner. Basically, have a lot of protein at night. Which while he starts sleeping, protein is going to help repair damaged muscle, damaged tissue. That's what I would do. It is kind of, see as he goes, but it'll get, if he's doing the right things, the days he's not at work, and then
he's not.
Okay, well that's okay, and that's what I'm saying. At least start off doing the right things while he's not working, and then as soon as he does, add in kind of the protein. At least start getting him started slowly on good things. It's liquid, so he doesn't have to eat anything, which is a little easier for people. But get him on that, and he'll start really liking it. I guarantee you will, because it tastes great. When it comes to the protein, if you guys did get some at the makeover, the thing that I love doing, and you can get it at Central Market, it's the coconut milk. Yeah, it just I highly recommend it because it's just great with essential fatty acids, medium chain. Your body uses that. Tastes good. You add that with the you don't think it tastes very good?
Just doesn't like milk.
No. It's not cow's milk. It's coconut milk. It actually doesn't taste at all like cow's milk. It's actually very, very light. But you mix that with the protein, and then I like to add in berries like blueberries or raspberries or strawberries. And it believe me, it tastes like milkshake, but it's nothing but good nutrition. And I haven't met anybody who just does not like it. So when you mix it all together, it's great. So I'm gonna work on you this year. Work on you, yeah. Other questions about the makeover? Yes, ma'am.
Well, I did some research because you said that your omega-6 to 3 omega-6 ratio to omega-3s was 4-to-1 and everything. Well, I looked on Joseph Mercola's website, and I was going to bring it to you, and I picked up the wrong pile to bring. But he actually recommends 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, not 4-to-1.
Yeah,
and I know that most of us get way too many of the omega-6s, which is what concerns me because we're not getting nearly enough of the omega-3s. So,
that actually is a really good point you brought. The reason that 4-to-1 is recommended more than 1-to-1, I know why he says 1-to-1 is because more people are. It's like 21 or 20. I think the average American is 28-to-1 omega-6.
20 to 50.
So I know why he recommends. 50, right, recommends 1-to-1. Problem though is your body doesn't absorb it that well. Not as good as it should, and the reason is like if I ate a grass-fed steak, or if I had avocado with essential fats, or if I had like almonds, it's 4-to-1. That's how it's found in those food groups. So that's how your body it recognizes it. It recognizes it better, and you absorb it better. Anytime it comes to nutrition, or anytime it comes to any type of a supplement, it's all about absorption, not necessarily quantity, but absorption. Am I really absorbing everything I'm taking, or am I wasting money? And sadly, most of the omegas out there, I tell you what, Mercola, if he's 1-to-1, I just don't, I've never seen him, so I'll take a look, because that's awesome.
I'll bring you the literature. I've printed it out to bring to you. So
yeah, that's great. I just don't, most of them out there are way too much omega-6 and nothing on omega-3. And so a lot of the supplements out there are really skewed too. So that's one of the big problems out there. But the way it's found in nature is 4-to-1, and I'm always a big fan of going with nature. But I can see why he would do that, and I do like Mercola a lot. He's very knowledgeable on so many different things. But I can see why he would want to do that, just because you're right. I mean, omega-6 is crazy on people. But again, I'm always a big fan of going, how does your body recognize
Tell
it?
me some other sources where you find it 4-to-1. You said avocados and
grass-fed chicken, grass-fed beef that have no hormones or anything put into them. Free-range chicken with no hormones or antibiotics injected into them. Same thing with wild fish, wild salmon. That's how it's found with them. Now, all the farm-raised stuff, that's kind of different, though, because it's kind of genetically changed, which I don't really recommend eating that stuff. But like, just anywhere you find your sources, it's 4-to-1, and that's what. Just there's a lot of research out there, supporting that too. But as long as it's found in nature, I like it. But I would kind of lean more towards that, if anything, and then also kind of look how it's filtered, where are they getting the source, obviously where are you getting, because if you're getting your omegas from, or the oils from, fish that are wild Atlantic, in the Atlantic Ocean, if you're getting them from the Gulf of Galveston, there's a big difference in the source. So you want to make sure you want to find a good source too. So just always look at where they're getting it, what type of fish are they getting it from, is it purified, and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of questions, on that as well. But that's actually, Ms. Sharon, that's a great question. Thank you for bringing that up. That's a good one. Yes, ma'am.
Where can we get the grass-fed beef and grass-fed chicken and that kind of thing?
I tell you what, it's called Burgundy Beef. That's one place. You're going to have to find, because Central Market does not have grass-fed beef.
Burgundy beef?
I know, they've been telling me that for a while. I have. Even when they do, I'm going to be the first one. I'll be so excited that it's right across the street I can get some. But Central Market does something. They grain feed their cows until the last 90 days before they're slaughtered. Then they grass feed them. So that's like feeding you McDonald's. And in the last 90 days, we'll give you some salad at that point. It doesn't work right. So I mean, and a lot of people do that. I used to recommend it was called Laura's Lean Beef. I used to like that, and then I found out they did the same stinking thing too. They don't say it on there. They say it's USDA organic, but again, they don't grass feed. So you gotta watch it. A really good place to go is called Burgundy Beef. It's in, I want to say it's in Glendale. It's about an hour south on 35 from here, about an hour. And what it is, it's a farm, and they do, it's a natural raised farm. You can get steaks, you can get all different types of beef, but it's all grass fed. Nothing's injected into these cows, no antibiotics or anything. And when they actually do slaughter the cow, they don't do it like a mass assembly line. They don't do it like that. It's I guess if you call it humanely, putting an animal down, they humanely do it to where it's not like an assembly line, and they don't do it every day. It's only maybe 1 or 2 cows a week that they do that to. So they raise them a lot better than most, and it's just their own family farm that's been doing it. But their website, go to Burgundy Beef. You can Google that. They have a website and everything. They'll tell you all about what they have and what products they sell and everything. So it's pretty cool. But that's one really good place to get it at. And at the same time, you can get, this is crazy, you can't get steak at Target, but you can get grass-fed ground beef that have no hormones. There's a different company, it's called Maverick. You can get that at Target, Super Target, because they have a lot of organic foods.
It says free range.
What do you think about bison?
Bison's great. Actually, bison rarely, you just don't find, as far as getting injections and stuff into it. As far as the grass-fed, you still have to ask on that, but as far as antibiotics or hormones, nothing of that is put into bison at all. And it tastes similar to cows.
It's very good.
It's very good. A lot of people really like it. I actually like it. I don't have a problem with that. It's not gamey or anything like a lot of meats are. So bison's a really good alternative too. The one thing, the stuff, the perks of a Central Market, there's no hormones or anything put into the cattle, but they are fed grain. They're not fed grass, which again, you feed cows grain, It's like feeding you McDonald's. They're not supposed to just eat grain and that's it. It just fattens up the cow because it changes the fatty acid ratio from 4:1 to like 28:1. And sadly, that's what's happened in this country. And guess what's happened to us? We're now the world leader in obesity and childhood obesity. So that's the problem when you really skew the ratios. So, but Maverick beef at Target, it actually everything is written on it. So it's free range, no hormones. But it's ground beef. It's not steak. That's one place to actually get ground beef at. The Burgundy beef I recommend quite highly. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of good things about that place. And then also, there's other places out there. I think one's called Pie Dome, I want to say. It's a beef farm that does the same thing. You can get all your stuff from that place as well. But and then also I was actually told about some farmers markets. Check them out because some farmers markets have local farms that come and sell their meat and stuff at those farm markets. I was told by a patient of mine last week up in Coppell, there's a farmer market in Coppell. They had beef that was again all grass-fed, nothing put into them from a local farmer. So you kind of have to take a look at where those. But check out farmers markets and check out Google grass-fed beef, or grass-fed beef and farms way to get it. Actually, it's not as much as you'd think. No, it's not as much as you think. Maybe $1 more per pound, so it's really not a big deal. It's not bad. Other questions? We have some really good questions.
What about the chicken? I mean, I found
now the chicken. Now
is
Central Market chicken. That's free range. That's good. It's just the beef that they feed. They don't feed grass. The chicken's all for the organic chicken. They have different levels in there, but the organic chicken is the one that's grass fed. I'm sorry, it's just free range chicken. Vegetarian fed and nothing's put into them. But if you eat the chicken, you start eating this meat, you'll definitely notice a difference. It tastes different. It tastes awesome.
A lot better.
Yes. Yes, the chicken tastes amazing. But you can even get over there. You can get deli. I like to have deli meat. So I have like salads. I like to put deli meat on it. You can get. It's called Emil's chicken. You can have that sliced up. It literally melts in your mouth. It's the best. But same thing. No hormones or anything are in it. But you get that where they have like the deli meats in sections. So you can find it a lot of places. I get most of my stuff at Central Market when I shop or Super.